My name is Vern Ohaya, the co-developer of TrustRx, the prescription processing software. This is a very easy to use software. So once you start accessing this software, you'll find how easy it is. So I will show you some sections of this software so that you can understand exactly what we are talking about. First of all, how do you access this software? If you look on your screen, you will see an icon that has the plus sign and says TrustRx. Double click on that icon, just as I'm doing now. That opens the software and wants you to continue. Hit the continue key. That brings you to the main menu of this software. Now you have a variety of things you can do. What we want to do today is to fill a prescription. Assuming a customer walks in with a prescription, or you as a pharmacist recommended a prescription, it is very, very important for you to put the directions and all information for this patient on the vial before you dispense it. Now we are filling prescription. Click on the fill sign, fill Rx. Opens the form. This is the prescription form. This is where most of your activities will occur. Now you want to fill a new prescription. As you move the cursor around, notice the bubble that shows you what you are doing and where you are. Now you want to fill a new prescription. Click on the new prescription. Look at what has happened. A number is quickly generated sequentially. This is the number for this prescription. No other prescription will bear this number. So if the patient gets home and calls you, I got prescription number 21, you should be able to key it in and pull all the information. Now, you are being pointed to enter the customer. Who are you filling this prescription for? Who is the patient? That's the next thing you want to do. At least we should know that we are filling the prescription for somebody. Now, so enter a patient's name. So enter the last name first. Jonson. Put a comma and a space. Enter the first initial of the first name, James. Enter. You see the information there. The customer is not in the database, so you need to enter this customer. Hit yes and add the customer. It brings you to the customer form. Now we complete it, James. Then tap to the next important information you need, date of birth. This is important to separate children from adults so that you give the right drug to the right person. 02/02/1960 for an adult. Tap to the next, and you see, it says pay type. Does this patient have insurance or this is private? In Nigeria at this time, most people are private pay. So choose private. Click on the arrow pointing down and select private. Another way you can do that is you hit P there, and that will select private for you. It brings you to the next item, gender. It's good to know the gender because there are some drugs that female can take and males cannot take, and males can take and female cannot, and vice versa. So you want to make sure that you are filling the right prescription for the right gender. Now, this is a male, so we select male. Once you tap, it brings you to family. This application tries to tie families together. So, is this the head of the household? Say yes. Enter. So, you want to add this person as the head of the household. Say yes. This allows you to enter more information on this patient. You can enter the address, phone number, date of birth. But here, to save time, let's save and then proceed. Then exit this folder. Save and proceed. Exit. Now you have entered the patient. The next item here is for you to enter the doctor. If you are the doctor, enter your name there. I do have some doctors already in the database, so let's select a doctor here. Let's select Dr. Ohaya. I know him, he's in the database. Ohaya. Enter. So it brings you Dr. Nicholas Ohaya. So let's select Dr. Nicholas Ohaya. Once you click OK here, select Dr. Ohaya. The next thing you do is this. You're at least trying to fill prescription for this patient. What are you filling for this patient? Let's select a simple drug like amoxicillin capsule. C has given you all forms of amoxicillin. Some of them are for children, some for adults. So you have to choose exactly the one you want. Let's scroll down. See, let's select amoxicillin 500 capsule for an adult. Select it and hit OK. That is, look at another important thing that has occurred. There are other forms of amoxicillin that we have here with different brand names. So you select the particular brand name that you want. So let's stick with amoxicillin that we have here. Hit enter and proceed. It asks you, is there any refill for this? If there's a refill for this, like you have in blood pressure pills or diabetic pills, this is where you enter it. If there's no refill, like we do have in most antibiotics, proceed to the next one. That is quantity. How many are you giving? Let's say you're giving 30 capsules. 30. Enter. Sometimes the doctor might write 30 capsules and you want to dispense 10. That's all the patient can afford at this time. They're coming back. So this is where you can enter 10 there. But let's say we're giving this patient 30 that the doctor recommended. Enter. It brings you to seek a very important thing to do here. How is this patient going to take this drug? This is where you put it in. If you remember those codes, those Latin codes you were taught in pharmacy school, this is where you can practice it. If it happens you don't remember them, all hopes won't be lost. Let's practice it first. Take 1 capsule 3 times a day. You see what happened? As you are typing, the interpretation is going down, showing you exactly what you're typing. If it happens that, oh no, you don't remember any of those codes, now you can still type the whole information. Go back. Take 1 capsule 3 times a day. So you can achieve the same thing that way. Now, the next item it asks you, how long will this last? As a pharmacist, you should be able to know that when you take a capsule 3 times a day and the started capsules should last 10 days. So let's put 10 days there. 10 days. Enter. Now, if you have multiple prescriptions, that's a batch process. You want to process the next prescription before you print out so that you can print everything at one time. Once you click where the arrow is pointing, it says next to allow you to enter the next prescription. Let's say this is the only prescription we are processing for the moment. So what you do is you hit the label. Once you hit the label, if you are connected to a printer, the prescription prints out. If you are not connected to a printer and you want to record this in the database for this patient, hit the record. Let's choose record here. Record. So what have we done now? The prescription is recorded in the patient profile. And how do we know that? Go to the patient's history. Now we select James Johnson and look at what it's saying. It's telling you that today, being the 12th of October 2010, you failed prescription number 21, amoxicillin 500 capsule. Number 30 for James Johnson. So, if this patient calls you from anywhere and say, I got this prescription here, I need instructions, I have some questions, can I take it with food? Can I take it before meal? So this is, you can look at the patient profile and say, and advise the patient appropriately. Also, the patient can call you and then you can look at all other drugs the patient is taking on the database and do drug-drug interaction, drug-food interaction, and allergic reaction. All these we weren't able to do before when we didn't have such applications in use. This is a time we can actually answer pharmacists and do the right thing. So for this time, this will conclude actually what you do to fill a prescription. There are several things this software can do, even doing reports for you. If you click at the reports, there are several reports you can do. You can do patient profile reports, doctor reports, all allergic reaction, all kinds of reports you can do with this application. So it is there for you to use. Please feel free to use this application. It is an easy application and we do a lot for your patient. Thank you for listening to me.